Hey guys, it's Miko with Shots by Miko Custom Cocktails and Shots. Okay, for everyone who saw the previous live with no audio, I do apologize. I apologize. I didn't know there was no audio going. So let me make sure. Let me check and make sure that all the audio and stuff is good. Everybody give me a thumbs up if you can hear. If you can hear me, let me know something. So, I'm Miko of Shots by Miko Custom Cocktails and Shots, bringing you Shots by Miko Monday. So it is the first Shots by Miko Monday of 2021. And I am happy to see eyes counting up because that means you are still here in 2021. Yes, it's the first Monday, but you made it through 2020, pandemic and all. I've been hearing this whole like phrasing of is it 2021 or 2021, like WON? I would have to say it's probably the latter, 2021, because Shots by Miko took a plenty of gut punches 2020 for our on-site services. They really we really didn't do much on site for this year, given the pandemic and given the gathering ordinances. So I would have to say that 2021. But with that being said, now that it's 2021, Shots by Miko needs beta testers. We need beta testers. We need beta testers. So we are rolling out a new product, hopefully first quarter. But before we roll it out and present it to the public at large, we would like to send it out to some beta testers. So if you guys see the photo that's really big, that is the Shots by Miko website. So if you go to shotsbymiko.com, you see the pop-up says, we need beta testers. Click the link, fill out your information, and we'll put you on the list for when we roll those out. So that way you will be the first one to have one and let us know what we need to fix, what you liked about it, what you didn't like about it. So that way, when we present it to the public at large, we are putting our best foot forward. So go to the Shots by Miko website, www.shotsbymiko.com, and check out the pop-up. The pop-up will pop up. Click the little link, fill out your information, and it'll add you guys to a database. So when we're ready to get those rolling out, you will be one of the first to beta test the new product. So as we're talking about the Shots by Miko website, what you see scrolling in the background is our service highlight page. At this time, we are still not doing any on-site services, and we're going to really look at that here later in the month of January. So we need you guys to check out the website, look at all the services that we offer, and see if one is right for you, because we are still doing services. We're just not doing any on site for January. So we're still offering our home cocktail kits. They're still available. Our custom bottle favors are still available, as well as our virtual option. We have virtual happy hours where we come on, give you guys a couple of recipes, and you can drink and hang out with your friends. We also have virtual classes, Shots by Miko 101, 102, 103, and 201, where we can come and teach different levels of classes for the audience. We are doing those via Zoom, via Google Meets, and via Microsoft Teams. So go on the website, fill out a quote information form, and we'll get that quote right over to you within 24 hours, because we pride ourselves on creating your custom cocktail drink experience. So with that, as we move on this first Shots by Miko Mondays for 2021, let's get to it. Let's talk about small businesses being in business but not doing business. So I don't know if you guys have been, checking out some of the things that have been going on social media lately, but there's a lot of people who own businesses, but they're not doing business. And when I say not doing business, I mean that is not responding timely to customers' inquiries, not giving them information that they need, telling them whether or not you provide the service that they're inquiring about, or if something has happened on the customer side or on your side, just not having that line of communication open. I've seen a lot of things going on where people have put down deposits for services, and the service provider has promised to come through with those services, or they said they could not, and then they promised a refund, and then they ghosted the client. That is not good. Shots by Miko does not move like that. Every time we send out a quote, our policies and procedures go with every quote that we send, so that way our customers are familiar with our processes and how we work. If something happens on our side, we will promptly contact them and let them know something's going on and how can we adjust the situation to make sure that they're left with a great experience, because we all know word of mouth is huge. those reviews on Google and Yelp and things like that are huge. And so you don't want to be out here burning bridges, but we're all human. Things happen. But I feel like if you keep the line of communication open between you and your clients, they're going to be more receptive to the adjustments to make it right. And if you're promising a refund to a customer, give them that refund. As a business owner, do not spend the deposits to pay your light bill, your gas bill, your car note, stuff like that. That's not what the deposit's for. The deposit is for that particular client's needs. When you put a deposit down with Shots by Miko, that locks in your date. That puts you on our calendar. That sends out the word from our system to our staff to say, hey, this event has been booked and these are the needs that are entailed. And if there's different services that are involved, that money is to be used for that. That does not pay the light bill, the gas bill, the licensing, and the insurance for that business. Because what if something happens and you have to turn right back around and refund that customer? You spent the money already. Bad business. So people say they're in business, but they're not doing business. So you guys be aware. There's plenty of business books out there. You can pick the brains of some of the greatest business people on the planet. We have a lot here in Kansas City that I don't doubt that if you reach out to professionally and say, hey, I'm just trying to get my business act together to make sure that I'm doing right. Hey, you could even email me, inbox me. I have no problem saying, this is my experience. This is what I do. And this is how I move. Because shoot, 2021, we turned 9 in July. So I know a little bit of something. I definitely don't know everything, because I will gladly pull up next to somebody and be like, hey, you out here killing the game. Can I pick your brain? Oh, it's going to cost you a consultation fee. I respect it, because time is money and you can't get it back. So let's do that. Let's do that. Let's be in business and do business. We got to do better, guys, because you don't want to fall into a stereotypical category of typical Black business, bad communication, bad customer service, bad product, promising things that are outside of your scope of being able to deliver. You definitely do not want to be doing those things, because let me tell you, social media is a beast. It will tear you down, but also it provides an opportunity for those who are in your same realm of doing business to go in there and plug their business and say, I don't move like that. Check me out. And you may, you may be giving your competitors a leg up because you didn't follow through and do right by them. But all in that same breath, being a small business owner, there is struggle, because you have to work on your marketing. You got to have a plan of attack with your products. Are we doing a brick and mortar store? Are we going to continue doing pop-ups? Are we going to put together a website, a Shopify website? Building a website. Let's talk about that. That part is the struggle. Look, I am not the most fluent on making websites, but I am smart enough to understand that that's not my strength. So I will hire out things that I'm not as fluent in to make sure that it's getting done. Business owners, we do not need to be the end all, be all, start and beginning. Understand we are not the jack of all trades. Hire a web designer, hire a graphic designer to get you a high resolution logo that can be put in any color and any size. That means vectors. Hey, just do your due diligence, because being a small business owner is a struggle. Build out a rough sketch of a business plan. SBA.gov has a template for a business plan. You may not have all the information to put in your business plan, but it is a start. You may not have the financials to put in there, but it is a start. So starting a small business is a struggle. Do you have product? Do you have business plan? Do you have a slogan? Do you have a mission statement? Who's supplying the money to get this stuff off the ground? Most times with a lot of small businesses, we're financing it ourselves, and there's nothing wrong with that until you start turning a profit and using the business money within the business. So, yeah, somebody said use Fiverr. I was just getting ready to get there. Fiverr is a dope option. If you don't have money with a comma for what some of these website designers and graphic designers are charging, Fiverr is an app that's out there where people are doing those types of things for you, starting off at $5, and they'll give you lots of options to look at. And you can decide what you want, and then you can pay for them. My fiance shopped around on Fiverr for his logo for his business, with a couple of options out there with folks, and he got some pretty good designs out of it at $5 to $10 or whatnot. But understand that if you're asking for more of these folks on Fiverr, it's going to be more than $5. So please understand that. So we'll tie all of that into brand establishment. So Shots by Miko, you guys know Shots by Miko, custom cocktails and shots. That is our niche. That's what we do. Yes, we offer other services that have to do with beverage companies. Yes, we do that. But our focus is custom work. Custom work, custom beverage options. That is our niche. So that's where our brand identity lies. And our demographic is not everyone. We have a very targeted demographic of the type of clients that we serve and the type of clients that our products and our services are positioned towards. There's no knock on it on the everybody realm of it, but there's no way you're going to be able to service everyone. So you need to get that demographic and your target customer really refined in, so that way you're hitting only them because you know they're going to be receptive to your product. But with that, you need to understand that as you're establishing your brand, you need to stand on that. Don't be swaying in the wind like, some blades of grass. You hear you're theirs. Everything is not for you. All spotlights are not good spotlights. It is okay to say no. And it's okay to stand in your brand and your brand identity so as not to cause blurred lines. And what I mean by brand identity and brand establishment and not causing blurred lines, there's other people out here that do beverage services. Shots by Miko does a specific thing. We provide specific things, but we will not go into a space where there is someone else there that claims to do what we do for the sake of the fact that we've been around. We were probably the first Black-owned, women-owned, full-service beverage company to hit the city. We will not go into a space where the branding's not right on how it represents us. Where the location is not right where it represents us, where the marketing and things are not right to represent us. I've worked really hard and my team's worked really hard to establish the brand and the brand identity. So we work really hard not to be blurred lines. No knock on what everyone else is doing, but this is Shots by Miko, and Shots by Miko has a standard and a way that we move that everyone may not move in. We may be the most recognizable person in the place. And if someone has a bad drink from across the way, I don't want it coming back on us, on my staff, on my team, or a bad review saying I was at a particular event and Shots by Miko was there to find out it wasn't even us. So you need to be very clear on how you identify your brand identity, and not be in a space of the lines to be blurred. So, excuse me looking down. I'm working the StreamYard, y'all. And I want to say that no is not a bad word. We get people that call, inbox, email, text, and ask us to be a part of some things. But again, if it doesn't line up with our brand identity and what we're after, no is a legitimate answer. And no is not offensive. It just means no. We can't do that. No, we aren't going to do that. No, we're not doing it for free. This sponsorship may not be right for us. This may not be the correct positioning for us, but we wish you the best. Or we can refer someone that we know within the industry that this lines up more with, because we are very aware of other industry folks out there that we know. I won't say competition because it's plenty of money out here for all of us to get together with, but I will say industry fellows. A lot of them may not view us in the same light. No love lost, but I view them in the same light as industry fellows. So it may not be for us, but it may be for them. And I have no problem, and no one on my team has any problem saying, hey, they might be able to help you over there. So now let's get on to the mess I know y'all seen running around the internet. This whole SBA grants LLC social media foolery. Come on now, guys. As business owners, we have to do the due diligence and not bank on social media memes. Yeah, I'm calling it a meme. Social media memes on how we're conducting business and how we're moving forward. I was in a group earlier where a young lady had grabbed that meme about $150, get your LLC and EIN, and then apply for the $5,000 SBA grant loan. It's not realistic. It's not. And I've seen a lot of people that I have a level of respect for sharing it. And I'm like, but you're an active business owner. You've been in business longer than I've been in business, and you're sharing this propaganda, this mess. The SBA grants and loans are for established businesses. Does not mean that you cannot get it in the future, but if you start in your business today and trying to apply tomorrow, it ain't gonna work. They ask for EINs. They ask for past taxes. They ask for a lot of information that you would have readily available if you're an established business. So I hope that if when I see it and I provide the clarification, I don't come off as like high and mighty, like I know it all. I just don't want y'all to get arrested for fraud. I just don't want none of y'all to be running across my TV in a group of indictments for trying to defraud the SBA and defraud the government, because they will find out. I know y'all heard about the PPP loans the first go around, the EIDLs go around, where all those people got indicted for trying to, they fraudulently got that money from the government. So let's not do that. Let's be grown and do our own research and never ever bank on a meme from social media on how we should conduct our business that ends up being a lot of our livelihoods. Let's do our due diligence, because just because you told me something doesn't mean I think you're a liar, but that puts the responsibility on me to go out and look into this information for myself and maybe even find more information that's more specific to what I'm looking for. So let's do our due diligence when it comes to these social media memes. As we wrap all of that up, let's talk about credit for 2021. I know, Shots by Miko, you guys expect me always to get on here to make drinks and make tasty goodness. I promise I will do that next week. But for the first Shots by Miko Monday for 2021, I wanted to talk about some big things that I'm seeing out here. Let's get our personal credit together, guys. And in turn, let's move on getting that business credit. A lot of people from the other side of the tracks have been having business credit in their pocket for years. And I am so happy to hear that we're getting on the boat as far as working that system of utilizing not our own money, but other people's money or the business's money. And so what I mean by that is that so many of us start our own businesses out of our own pocket and continue to funnel our own monies into that business instead of establishing business credit, which means that anything that you're looking to do, it falls under the guise of the business. It is not attached to you. But sometimes when you're starting that business credit, they have to have you as a personal guarantor. So that means that you might want to have your personal credit together as well when you're working on getting your business credit when you're starting out with your business credit. So pull those credit reports, clean all that stuff up, dispute anything that ain't right. Don't go bothering stuff that's anywhere between 7 to 10 years old. Let it fall off. But there are plenty of people on the scroll bar, as you guys see going across the bottom, of people who can help you guys with your business credit and your personal credit. There's authors, there's people with programs. Shout out to Daryl Johnson let's see, where is it at? Business Credit Works. And so he says business credit is sexy. And so here's his information down here for the number to dial. But he's with Business Credit Works, and he'll help you guys go through the program of starting your business credit. This is not an overnight situation. It takes somewhere between 6 and 8 months to get those trade lines started with your business. So let's work on our personal credit. I've been working on mine, even though I want it to be tip top. I've been, getting my fiance together so he can be tip top. So I want all of you guys to have your personal credit to be tip top, and all at the same time working on your business credit. So you're not steady pulling money out of your own pocket to help, build your dream. Use the business credit, Uline, Home Depot. There's all other different, lots of different ways that you can go about getting business credit and getting it established. So I just want to leave you guys with that. Again, I am so happy to see you guys in 2021. And next Shots by Miko Monday, I promise I will make you guys cocktails. Probably the first part of it, but I promise I'll make you guys cocktails next Shots by Miko Monday, because next Shots by Miko Monday is my birthday. So it'll be a big celebration. So we will do that. But this is Miko of Shots by Miko Custom Cocktails and Shots, bringing you the first Shots by Miko Monday of 2021, wishing you all the best in your personal life, your business life, in your family life, and in your life in and outside of your home. Peace out.